Well, some social service agencies are getting more calls and messages from people who have suicidal thoughts. At least one has gotten more than double from the year before. Now, they are asking for more volunteers to be trained to support people going through a rough patch. Singapore reported more than 470 cases of suicide last year. That is the highest in more than 20 years. Ernest with more.
A simple call could make a world of difference. And a friendly voice was all it took for volunteer Lam Lee Min to become a lifeline for someone in need. A befriender from Daughters of Tomorrow, an organization that serves to support women from lower income families, she recounts her experience.
One of my beneficiaries, she called me one day, she felt very agitated. She was having lots of issues with people and she was ranting and she was talking very loudly, which was very unlike her. Usually she's a bit more sedated and all that. So what I did was I tried to calm her down.
Thankfully, Ms. Lam's training kicked in and the crisis was averted. For the Samaritans of Singapore, an agency that provides a hotline dedicated to those with suicidal thoughts, such calls are increasing. It says it received around 57,000 calls last year, and the number of messages it got more than doubled to over 22,000 compared to the year before. It says that more touchpoints are needed, and these could simply be a friend or a family member.
Everyone has to be a partner in this. Suicide is everybody's business. And what we hope to achieve is then to equip anyone, really literally anyone on the street with the first responder skill so that anyone on the street can be a touch point to anyone going through emotional crisis, so that it may not need to lead up there. But let's say it does lead up to a point of suicide. Can anyone also learn how to respond in a way that helps to de-escalate?
Over the last year, the organization trained 2,000 people to respond to those who need help. It is hoping that more will come forward to get training. Another social service agency, Touch Community Services, is working to raise the number of young people who can serve as support for their friends.
We train students in peer support, and they volunteer by being peer support leaders in their own school. So they have a 2-hour training at first to learn the basic skills, follow up by another 2-hour follow-up training after 3 months to address any challenges they encounter along the way.
Through its involvement in the Beyond the Label program, it also aims to reduce the stigma of mental health issues. For those seeking help, the 24-hour Samaritans of Singapore hotline can be reached by dialing 1767.